What happened to Shima? After suffering defeat at Son Goku's hands, she could not return to headquarters for fear of being killed by King Cold, so she deserted. Questioning her purpose in the universe, she decided to resume her desire to defend oppressed people in order to ease her conscience. But during one of her raids on a garrison of Frieza's soldiers, she was shocked to learn that Frieza was still alive. She then remembered the Saiyan that saved her life. She had to do something to repay her debt to him. Blasting off into space, she hopes it's not already too late. That's how Shima, ex-commander of Cold's elite squadron, left for planet Yardrat to warn Goku of the imminent departure of his sworn enemy Frieza for Earth. September 25th, 764, somewhere in the universe.
Have you detected planet Earth?
Yes, it's located in the northern galaxy. My lord, we can be there in 20 days.
Very well.
Let's go. I look forward to destroying Goku and his friends soon. The Super Saiyan will become a forgotten myth. Just then, Shima's attack ball flies right outside Cold's ship.
Your Majesty, a spaceship approaches. It's Shima.
Get me in touch with that ship.
Contacting her, he says that he will soon kill her for betraying his empire. She laughs this off and says, "Don't fantasize. You'd have to kill that Super Saiyan first, and I doubt you're man enough." Cold then assures her death will be painful. He then says to stop the ship, he's going to kill her himself. But for some reason, Frieza objects. 5 days later, she lands on Yardrat. On the surface below, Soba and Goku continue to train. Soba asks Goku if he thinks he's strong enough now. "No doubt. I'd like to fight you when you're even stronger though." Soba says that's no fair. He can't go Super Saiyan. That's when they sense Shima's ki approaching. As the ship touches down, Goku says they need to hurry to the landing site before disaster strikes. Soba tells him that he wants to take her on himself this time. Before she can get 20 yards from her ship, she's greeted by the two. Though a little deterred by the icy welcome, she's glad they're still here.
"What are you doing on planet Yardrat? Your last defeat wasn't enough."
Explaining that she's not here to fight, she's here to give news to the Saiyan. The imminent arrival of Frieza and his father King Cold to planet Earth, to the immense horror of Goku. Shima says that if her estimate is right, Goku should be able to make it to Earth in 15 days if he leaves right now. She'll stay on this planet to help defend the Yardrats. Goku says that he needs the spaceship he came in as his friends are in danger, completely taking her word for it. A short 20 minutes later, Goku's ready to head back to Earth.
"This is your spacecraft. It's programmed to go to Earth. I don't know how to thank you for what you've done for us, but please, finish this tyrant. His reign of terror must end."
Shima states she'll do whatever it takes to earn their forgiveness, as she wishes Goku luck in defeating Frieza. "Don't you want to fight Frieza and his father?" "No thanks, they'll kill me easily." "Soba, thank you for everything. Take care. I hope to see you again someday." And with that, Goku finally begins his journey home. 15th of August, 764. Frieza and Cold arrive at planet Earth. Spurning his father's suggestion they just blow it up from space, Frieza wants to land on the planet to torture each one of Goku's friends individually. However, the gap between Frieza's ship and Goku's was narrowing. In 3 hours, Goku would arrive on Earth, but would it be in time to prevent the catastrophe that Frieza was planning? One by one, all of the Z-Fighters sensed Frieza's and his father's presence. The end of the world drew near. The faces of Earth's warriors contorted in fear as they felt the incredible power emanating from the ship as it approached their planet. A giant shadow eclipsed the sky as the spaceship descended into Earth's atmosphere, above the heads of Earth's warriors. They are forced to watch helplessly as the terrible tyrant of the universe came ever closer. Our heroes hid their ki to prevent being spotted from the few scouts and warriors that were on board Frieza's ship, as they began to assess their situation and form a plan. As Frieza's ship landed, the horror of our heroes was further magnified when they discovered that an equally sinister aura accompanied him.
"We have 3 hours left before your Super Saiyan arrives. You want to wait for him?"
Of course, father. We can take the time to flush out his little friends and kill them one by one.
Not one to hide, Piccolo arrives on the scene first, shortly followed by Vegeta and Gohan.
"If I have to die on this day, I'd rather go out having fought with all of my strength."
Saying he's glad to see them all here, Frieza wants to tell them only 2 things. First, Son Goku will arrive on Earth in 3 hours. Second, they won't live to see him killed. This information comes at quite a shock to everyone. Now that they know Goku's on the way, they actually have a chance. Merely for his entertainment, Frieza has all of his soldiers attack the 3. Piccolo tells Gohan to lead the soldiers to the others as they should be able to handle them. He and Vegeta are going to try to hold off King Cold and Frieza until Goku can arrive. Luring them away, Krillin instantly gets the idea and uses the solar flare technique, as Tien vaporizes him with a Kikoho. As Yamcha celebrates, Tien says this is no time to cheer and they need to go help Piccolo.
"Kakarot arrives in 3 hours.
You think we'll survive until then?"
"I know it's a long shot, but you never know. Nothing ventured, nothing gained."
Frieza says he's going to take his time to slaughter all of them, wondering how long they'll last.
It's been a long time since I've had a good fight. I'm going to have some fun.
Piccolo and Vegeta power up as Cold sheds his armor. Vegeta's the first to dive into battle, as Cold quickly proves his strength. Even the Saiyan Prince admits that bastard hits hard.
So Vegeta, what happened to your Saiyan fire? Get up and show me what the Saiyan Prince is worth.
Vegeta vows to defeat him and Frieza if he has to destroy the planet. He fires a beam that almost acts as a distraction for Piccolo, but his attack is blocked as well. Even the two working together don't prove any match for Cold. Piccolo decides to stand back for a second, letting Vegeta take the lead while charging a special beam cannon. But Frieza is wise to his plan and chops off his arm before hitting him with a key attack. Shortly after, Vegeta finds himself on the ground too, still in disbelief that he hasn't even been able to touch him yet. That's when Cold comes crashing down and begins to stomp on the Saiyan Prince. The humans feel both Vegeta and Piccolo fading fast. Krillin was only able to find a single sensu bean at Master Roshi's. They have to decide who to give it to. He remembers that back on Namek, he injured Vegeta in order to gain a power boost. Tien objects. You want to give that sensu bean to Vegeta? Have you forgotten what he did to us? But Yamcha takes Krillin's side, saying that he fought alongside of him on Namek. Either way, unless Goku arrives, they're dead, so they might as well give it a shot. In agreement, the three jump into action. At the same time in space, Goku tries to sense him out, but he's still too far to get a read on anybody's ki. Just then, Vegeta regains consciousness. Immediately, he senses a power gain from the Zenkai boost after Krillin fed him the sensu bean. Krillin asks if he thinks he'll be able to win. Vegeta responds, "Let's find out."
Huh, we have newcomers. Do you know them?
No, father. They must be friends of the Saiyan. Piccolo's able to regenerate his arm and get back on his feet as Yamcha and Tien back him up. But Frieza tells him no matter how many of you vermin there are, you still have no chance of avoiding your planet's fate.
Don't count us out yet, Frieza. We're still alive.
In a shocking twist, both Tien and Yamcha power up a Kaioken. Away from the battle, Gohan can sense the change. Chaozu explains that they decided to defy King Kai's ban on the Kaioken technique. But Gohan remembers even when Goku used the Kaioken, it was no use against Frieza. Stepping down from the ship, Frieza says, "Brave Earthlings, I'll honor your stupidity by facing you myself." Piccolo tells them not to do anything reckless as they must resist until Goku arrives. But for whatever reason, Yamcha and Tien go after Frieza. Given his resiliency, Cold offers Piccolo a job, who says he'd rather die. Yamcha tells Tien to get ready for the crane combo. Yamcha, are you sure? Frieza, in all of his smugness, offers to give them a free shot. Yamcha is able to push him out into the open where Tien can deliver a key Koho. Although it manages to catch Frieza off guard, it doesn't do much damage. Krillin realizes that Tien is putting his life in danger as he delivers another attack. Tien falls to the ground depleted of all energy. All he managed to do was make Frieza mad. Yamcha, Krillin, and Gohan joined in the battle and decide to attack him with all they've got at once. But of course, even with this, Frieza doesn't believe they stand much of a chance. Regardless, they continue the onslaught. Piccolo hits Cold with a key attack, telling himself not to give up. They need to hold on until Goku arrives. But Cold sneaks up behind him and chops the Namekian in half. Looking at his body on the ground, Cold wonders if he'll be able to regenerate from that state. Rushing to avenge his mentor, Krillin shouts out for Gohan to stop. Of all people, Vegeta kicks Gohan to the ground, stopping him from making a very bad mistake, telling him not to die needlessly. Cold asks the prince if he's finished his little nap. But ever the confident, Vegeta tells him to shut up and he's gonna show him his new power. Delivering an unguarded elbow to the face, but once again, it does nothing to the Galactic King. Shouting out that the prideful arrogance of Saiyans annoys him, he shoves Vegeta into a mountainside. Cold powers up what appears to be a finishing blow, as Vegeta can do nothing but curse him as he lies on the ground yet again. Gohan, Yamcha, and Krillin think that this will be the end. Cold launches the attack and it makes contact with the earth. Yamcha yells out to Krillin for them to retreat, but Krillin knows he can't just abandon his friends. But Frieza isn't even going to give them the option to consider it, as he fires his death beam at the both of them. That's when Cold's attack begins to waver, and what appears to be faux Super Saiyan, Vegeta begins to push back. In the confusion of Cold, he tries to keep his own beam at bay. Lunging through the attack, Vegeta plows through the Galactic King, killing him. Just for good measure, he then blasts him to pieces. Though victorious, Vegeta falls to the ground with no energy remaining. With he, Yamcha, Tien, Krillin, and Piccolo down, Gohan is the lone remaining warrior for planet Earth. He asks Piccolo if he thinks Goku will make it in time to save them, but Piccolo responds by telling him not to try anything and to just focus on saving himself. Frieza announces though he doesn't care that his father was killed, he refuses to accept the fact that you Saiyans continue to ridicule us. 2 hours and 30 minutes before Son Goku's arrival, Frieza tells Gohan that he does not plan on killing him now as he wants to kill him when Goku arrives, just to watch the terror contort in his face when he watches the life bleed from his son's eyes. But Gohan tells Frieza that he's not afraid of him, and he's not giving up. Piccolo begs Gohan to stop, but he rushes forward anyway, landing a combo before finishing it with a Masenko. Frieza fires back and lands a few shots of his own, alluring him just letting Gohan get in those hits. In space, Goku can feel Gohan's ki descending. He can also sense Chaozu heading towards Korin's tower, no doubt to get more sensu beans. But Vegeta, Krillin, Piccolo, Tien, Yamcha, they're all near death. And back on Earth, Gohan remains persistent on lasting until Goku arrives. Frieza comments on his optimism, saying he really is his father's son. That's when he begins to charge up a death beam, saying this is the end for you, kid. He's able to dodge it, but it may just be the doing of Goku, who manages to arrive just on time. Gohan's brought to tears by the sight of his father. Goku tells him to get everybody to safety and he's gonna finish this once and for all. But Frieza declares he's finally gonna have his vengeance. Goku furthers by saying that he sees that Frieza will never change now, and he's gonna take him out for the good of the universe and everybody under his oppression. While Frieza scoffs at this notion, he asks Goku how he managed to arrive so soon. His ship wasn't due to land for a few more hours. Explaining he's been on planet Yardrat mastering the instant transmission the last year, Frieza finds this interesting. He says the atmosphere of Yardrat is livable, but very toxic to organisms that are not native there. In other words, he may have survived the explosion of Namek, but he is slowly dying. Goku brushes this off by saying, I'm either a lot stronger than you thought, or you're just straight up lying. Having enough talk, Frieza fires at Goku, who deflects it away like it's nothing. Though Frieza is able to get in a hit, Goku's able to get in a much better one. Backing off, Frieza notes the determination in Goku's blows, asking if he's finally taking him seriously. Regardless, he says that it's too late and he'll die along with this planet. But Goku tells him he was hoping that he would just see the power difference between the two of them and give up on his own. Showing off this difference, he lands several attacks before landing Frieza on the ground. Goku again asks what the point of all this is. He outclassed Frieza in every way, why is it that hard to admit defeat? That's when Frieza gets a sinister look in his face, saying that Goku is very naive. Goku realizes he plans to blow up Earth just like he did Namek. Firing several discs, Frieza says, I wonder how you'll stop me, Super Saiyan. Easily dodging him, Goku quickly realizes this is only a distraction. As Frieza's in the air charging a death ball, Goku teleports right in front of him, telling him it's over. Firing away and absorbing Frieza's blast, Goku finally finishes what he should have finished on Namek. Peace had returned to planet Earth. It seemed that all was well. The Son Goku was facing an invisible enemy, a heart disease from planet Yardrat. Goku's excellent physical condition slowed the progression of the virus, but over time, it ate away at him, gradually making him weaker and weaker until finally, our hero breathed his last. Son Goku's death left an immeasurable void in the hearts of his closest family, his son Gohan and his wife Chi-Chi. The Dragon Balls did not have the power to restore him this time. But as one story ends, another begins. Son Gohan trained hard to become a powerful warrior in his father's image. Soon, he will face powerful and terrifying enemies, but that is a story you all know.